So, Carlos, are you ready for some more dot hack? We are going to watch today the first episode of Sword Art Online.
Oh no! I've heard of this! What are you doing to me, Dave? Why would you do this? Why would you conspire against me so?
Well, as I was going through the list, I was just like, Carlos loved dot hacks so very
I
much.
sure did. Like my favorite thing ever. So I tried to commit seppuku while we were watching it, and the problem is that I ripped my intestines out, it was bleeding, and I just wouldn't die. Alright, let the punishment begin.
This is episode 1 of Sword Art Online.
Oh
Dub.
my god. I already see a problem with this show. That house is just way too big. It looks like it could house at least one person.
Nitpicking that much already, eh?
So we begin with what I assume is our hero giving himself a paper cut. Naturally, this is a metaphor for swords and arting while online.
I more like how they're basically parroting the successful launches of games like World of Warcraft with people lining up for 3 days to get things, which not even WoW did.
You know what? I could totally watch an anime where people are taken into the World of Warcraft world and have to fight the Lich King. And when I say I would be totally into that, I mean kill me now, because I can't believe I just said that.
And you're dead.
Yeah.
But you're in a game, so you can't die.
Mm-hmm. Arthas should be voiced by Crispin Freeman. Again.
Yes. VR, nothing ever goes wrong with VR.
Never ever goes wrong with VR. I mean, oh gee, VR, he certainly won't get trapped in the game world with no way out but a quest he probably never asked for.
So, Carlos, I've signed up for a virtual reality game.
I'm not saving you. When you get into a coma and the one computer entity is beckoning me to go save you, you're done. I'm not coming after you.
I told you, that's why I'm bringing your cousin.
No, why? I don't want to meet these silly, stupid anime nerds on my journey.
I need insurance to make sure she'll come and get
Can you at least get lost in the Gears of War MMOs so I know that my companions are competent and a little manly? I gotta tell you, I kind of like the visual.
Visual's neat, but let me get this straight. So, that shitty place that Final Fantasy 13 took place in. Cocoon has been hollowed out even more, surrounded by metal, is floating in the sky here, and they turned into Sword Art Online.
Well, to be fair, at least they're not trying to pass this off as a real place.
Point to you.
How is he tired?
VR running, and you're actually simulating not just breathing, but the fact that you're out of breath.
What does he look like in the real world right now? Is he like keeling over with people trying to wake him up? Hey man, maybe you should stop playing that game. It looks like you're gonna die. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you're right.
Goes down, moans, grabs his crotch, but you can't feel any pain.
See, this isn't South Park. It's not supposed to be a parody.
Oh
with Stan's dad being like, oh, blah, blah, and he's in the future shop and he's like gurgling into the headset. Is that what this guy's doing? Is he just he's on a role-playing server. That's what this guy's doing.
Must be.
Oh, my testicles have been violated by thine boar.
So, are we talking you make them yourselves and you create chains? Or are we talking bullshit?
If it lets you have whatever skills you want, the first skill I'm going to try to max out is anal bead insertion.
No mirrors for you.
No, look, the game has, like, unlimited skills. As part of this unlimited subset, mathematically, anal bead insertion has to be one of them. It's only logical.
Okay, so was he picked on the real world? Is he just another nerd that nobody likes?
I think we all know that this is going to be a world that is actually infiltrating reality, and it's going to be a Digimon thing or a dot hack thing.
It'd be nice if it wasn't.
It would be nice if it wasn't.
Do you know this from reading anything?
Or? No, I'm just guessing. Like,
it's one of the tropes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of a trope. You don't base a whole show on a VR game unless that VR game is more than what it seems.
Or unless you're trapped in it.
Or unless you're trapped in it, yeah, which one of these two guys is going to be trapped in really soon.
Well, I'm just going based off of all the other ones that have done this, but I'm guessing the other guy is comatose/dead this episode.
Well, let's find out!
Do you know what's going on?
Someone forced to teleport. Look, up there. Now what?
Wow, that escalated quick.
We swear, everyone, we did not read up on this. It's just that obvious.
Oh, my head.
So is this like Inception where killing them just brings them out? Or is this like Inception where killing them is actually bad? Sometimes, on Tuesday.
Under a full moon.
Under a full moon. Inception!
When the person doesn't know they're about to die, so they don't die because they've already died.
Yeah.
But might die.
But might die at level 4.
And then rolls a die, and they don't die.
Into the die. And then they dye their hair.
The logout button.
Gotta love how the weather all of a sudden turns stormy the second something goes wrong.
Oh man, I hope that turns into a blood red moon and that the Ultimate Warrior is the final enemy.
How funny would it be if he gets skewered by one of those boars?
Hopefully the boar will turn into an Eldritch Abomination, though, first. Or after. A corrupted boar, of course.
So let me get this straight. It puts you into a coma.
And of course it got approved for sale in Japan. This is so brilliant, these designers. This is all Garrosh's fault!
Attention, players. I welcome you to my world.
What's he mean by that?
My name is Akihiko Kayaba, and as of this moment, I am in control of this world.
Seriously?
Is that really you? Wow, that's some entrance.
I'm sure most of you have already noticed an item missing from your main menus, the logout button. Let me assure you, this is not a defect in the game. I repeat, this is not a defect. This is how Sword Art Online was designed to be.
He's kidding, right?
You cannot log yourselves out of SAO. And no one from the outside will be able to shut down or remove the nerve gear from your head. If anyone attempts to do so, a transmitter inside the nerve gear will discharge a microwave signal into your skull, destroying your brain and ending your life.
What are you talking about?
Come on, that's such BS.
This is what you want to put on your head!
He's gotta be nuts, right?
Okay, let me get this straight. A company developed an online virtual reality game. Not only put something that goes into the back of your neck and therefore into your spinal column and into your brain that puts your body into a coma-like state, but they actually put enough voltage into this thing that could fry your brain, and this got through QA How exactly?
Maybe it's Square Enix.
It's their end game.
I'm just saying their QA would miss a fatal defect, and literally fatal.
As you can see.
Wait, who are you? I'm me. Who are you? Son of a... You're a guy?
You're not 17!
Wait a second.
Okay, that's awesome. You're a guy. You're not 17. That's awesome.
Okay. Thumbs up to that one. The thing I'd be asking myself right now is player killing.
Yeah, there are going to be player killers even in this scenario. You're gonna be like, I get to murder people now? I mean, a giant douchebag player killer just put them all in this situation after all. So, I can't believe I'm about to say this.
I'm intrigued.
I kinda liked that. Unlike, well... like, of course, there's some there's some obvious metaphors to, you know, now that he looks like he does in the real world. His whole line about, like, this world won't beat me is, of course, a metaphor for real life. The whole plot is if he does survive, he'll be ready to take on life. And I bet you anything the villain is going to ultimately say that's why he did it Saw style, to make people appreciate their lives. Even though the second I get out of that, I would want to punch him in the balls every day for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, it established our world, it established our characters, it threw an interesting little twist at the end, and it's kind of cliche, but it was fairly enjoyable. I can't believe I'm about to say this about an anime, art form I haven't liked in a long time, but this is a nice little show. I actually really liked this first episode.
I must admit, I look forward to another episode.
Yeah, it's intriguing. It made me not want to turn away in revulsion, and I did not expect that.
I mean, even the dialogue reflected a little bit more of somebody who would be nerdy, would be very much a fan of something, and it wasn't your typical fantasy, I am so great. He was still looking at it from a realistic standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, even the last lines there were great, because they were talking like humans in that scenario. It was, okay, we've got to go, and all of a sudden it's like, well, no, if we have more people, this isn't going to work. He's already strategizing winning.
This show, you know what? Out of 3 pi, what would you give it? Keep in mind, your rating does not have to be in units of pi. It has to be between 0 and whatever the hell 3 pi calculates to.
I'm gonna give this a solid, just based on what I've seen, 2.9 pi out of 3 pi.
2.9 pi out of 3 pi.
Yes.
A good rating. I will give it a solid 7 out of 3 pi. So, meeting item number 1. How many of us feel like we are the biggest idiots in the world for putting on a VR headset, which robs our brain and puts it into an MMO? I. Okay. Meeting item number 2. What's stopping us from forming? Item number 2. What's stopping us from forming a giant raid group and just shit-canning the shit out of every enemy we come across as we scour for the boss? Nothing. Oh, okay. Item number 3. Let's fucking do that.
Okay, people. Now that everyone's here, let's get this meeting started. So anyway, I want to thank everyone for coming. Good to see you. My name is Diabel, and in this game, the job I rolled is Knight.
Dude, there's no job system in this game.
Why in the hell is he so fucking jovial?
You've been stuck in a game for a month.
I would be running down those steps, ready to PK his ass for even thinking of injecting humor into this situation.
The next step is
Well, okay, sorry, no, not injecting humor, but being such a jovial shitcock when the rest of us are clearly scared out of our minds.
After a month, would you rather be scared shitless or have somebody who is actually trying to be positive about getting through the game?
Me personally, I'd be a PKer, no problem.
You're an evil son of a bitch.
Look, this world has given me the ability to be a mass murderer with no consequences. You're telling me you wouldn't try to kill one of these people?
Yes, I wouldn't.
Well, I just find that very hard to believe.
I guess because I'm a good guy and not a psychopathic asshole.
Did you hear the no consequences part?
There's consequences. You're still killing somebody.
There is no definitive proof that someone's going to die when they die in the world. For all they know, everyone on the outside is like, oh man, I thought I was going to die when I got killed in the world.
We either take it at face value that he was doing actual news reports day one, that people had died, or not. Are you willing to take that risk?
Maybe. Well, okay.
I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be the one taking the risk, because as I mentioned, I'm a PKer. I'm letting other people take the risk.
True, but by most RPG standards for online, the second you PK somebody, usually your character is flagged as PvP or a cursor change or something else. Therefore, people A, aren't going to trust you, or B, are going to kill your ass.
Well, people better line up, because they're going to need more than one of them. Because I would be the baddest ass motherfucker. This is a super uber advanced VR headset system that can translate your very thoughts into body motions, right? Okay. Why in the hell do they need windows and buttons?
Actually, I still think even if you're talking a VR universe, you'd still want some sort of interface, whether it be a pad you pull out or a bunch of windows that can pop up out of nowhere. You'd still want some sort of system within the game that you can work with stuff. So actually the interface I'm seeing here, I like.
Okay, so which of these players is the one being controlled by Twitch?
I haven't seen somebody trying to do a interesting version of the Macarena yet.
Some guys are selling up, B, and people on the outside, like cops, are like, damn it, we can't all agree to get our guy to... Yeah. That joke is going somewhere. I'll leave it to you viewers to decide where.
I think it ends with all your Pokemon being released.
Well, there's some release about to happen in this show. What the hell does that mean, Carlos? Yes, but our party is comprised entirely of bards. Because if we're gonna be a party, we gotta partay.
Okay, moving on.
Can I say something?
So you know that I'm the player who's gonna be trying to attach an axe to his helmet and trying to swing it around as a third weapon, right?
Probably, you're probably the one who will end up killing himself. Or will be labeled the dumbass who left
the dumbass who put that axe to his helmet.
And you want him to apologize.
Okay, that's a little bit bigger than a kobold.
Garrosh Hellscream. Oh, but he hates humans. Especially children.
I think Garrosh would be a level 1 bad guy in this game.
Garrosh would roundhouse kick the earth so fucking hard he would turn back time and make you erase your existence.
Is this before or after he goes emo?
Garrosh is awesome.
No, he's not.
And if you were half the orc Garrosh was, we wouldn't be watching this? Is that what I was gonna say?
More logically, anything else you're gonna shout out?
Yeah, probably. This is a Japanese game, so it should clearly be saying congratulations.
Let's just be glad that Funimation decided not... Actually, I guess it would have been fine if Funimation had left that in. But they do a professional job, so...
I sort of wish he just called them a bunch of scrubs. And I kind of wish that he insinuated that they hate corner combos and infinites. And I hope that when he's beating the level 2 boss, he's infiniting him in a corner, just juggling him over and over again. So, I guess we need to rate the second episode.
I'm kind of cheating because I I've seen the whole series.
Sure.
And I'm watching it for a second time, but the episode was still very strong.
I thought there were things about it that were good. It did the typical anime thing of taking 8 years to do what you could do in 8 minutes. Everything that was in this episode didn't need to be all in one episode, I didn't think. But that's an anime thing, and of course Japan needs to sell their overpriced anime to the Japanese folks at, 2 episodes a disc for $80 a disc. So they will pad it out until the end of time. I forgot what the hell I gave the first one, but I will give this one still a solid 2 pi out of 3 pi. R squared?
While I agree there's a little bit of padding there, this episode was more, I think, to show just the how the rest of the server's going as far as what their thoughts and feelings are, as well as to show just how little people are thinking of the beta testers at this point.
Sure, I just thought that it could have done that in a bit less time. Like, the first episode was paced fairly well. This one was kind of like, okay, we're just gonna slow things down. Very good fight scene at the end, though. And that is the most agile, leapy, fat kobold I've ever seen in my life.
I thought it was padded, but I think what they had to tell us it could have been done a different way, but the way they did it is still more than acceptable.
We'll see what it does going on from here on out.